Welcome back to the One-on-One podcast. My name is Joshua Katz. For those that don't know me by now, after episode 45, I am joined by my partner in crime, Kathy Baker. We also have Taylor Christensen back, and we have Taylor for a specific reason because we have one of our favorite humans from Realty ONE Group who's been with Realty ONE Group for a very long time, Jason Lopez, aka J-Lo. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
And
Wonderful
I would say he's like the best kept secret, but he's not a secret because everybody knows Jason and everybody loves Jason. But he is like the main ingredient in what we do. I mean, not the secret. I mean, seriously, you have no idea the value that you bring in. I'm personally thrilled that we get to feature you on the podcast and that people get to see you.
Agreed.
So
Thank you.
So excited.
I'm very excited to be here. Hello, everybody.
Jason, why don't you give us tell us your background with Realty ONE Group and your title, what you're doing. Go ahead.
Of course. So again, my name is Jason Lopez. I'm the Learning Program Manager here at Realty ONE Group, and I have been with the company for 6 years now. My main responsibility at the company is ONE University and training. Mm-hmm. So I train all of our franchises on all of our systems and tools, making sure that they're using them and making sure that they're using them correctly. That's always an important part too. Yeah. And I'm also here to talk about ONE University in particular and all of the new features that we are having coming up in ONE University. As everyone knows or should know that we are right now in Miami, Florida at our base camp event, and that we are going to be announcing some things that are coming to ONE University. And I have been announcing what things that are coming to ONE University also on our calls. So should I just start?
Yeah, tell us.
So one of the newest features in ONE University is our NAR content. We have partnered with NAR and their Center for Realtor Development. So it's pretty much kind of like a ONE University in a ONE University. NAR has their own content that they release to their agents. It's mostly real estate based, which is really good for ONE University because I know that we have a lot of content in ONE University that is not really real estate based. Mm-hmm. That's why we have partnered with NAR, and that's why we think it's important to bring them on board with us. So also the NAR content has courses that allow you to market yourself. So there's a lot of marketing tools that have to do with real estate directly.
Yeah, so courses, designations, certification, the full catalog is available. So you don't have to go to another site. You don't have to do another login. You can just come straight to ONE University.
Yes. So in ONE University, you will see an NAR section in the library. You just simply click on that and then you are there.
I'm going to screw this up, Kathy, but please interrupt me when I screw this up. But the line that you say, learning-based agents are the most successful and dominant, is that what you say? And dominant in their market. Mm-hmm. And we have basically a platform for them to be learning-based agents, correct?
We have almost 7,000 courses.
It's incredible.
In ONE University.
Wow.
And 90% of them are free. You simply just click the start button. And we also have, hopefully everybody that listens to the podcast knows that we have Waking Up to Win calls every Wednesday and every Tuesday. Tuesdays are for the brokers and company owners, and Wednesdays are for all of our agents in the network. So we have those recordings also in ONE University as well. So if you ever miss them, they're there for you. We also have a ONE Marketplace section and a ONE Partner section and a ONE Tool Test section that has all of our trainings for all of our products and tools.
And so let's talk about that because we talk all the time about the cool stuff that we offer. And I'm always amazed on the Waking Up to Win business coaching series on Wednesday that people will be in the chat line going, oh, I didn't know we had this. And realtors are so busy. I get that. And they're inundated with emails and sales promotions and everything. And I think what you're doing, and I want you and Taylor to talk about between the tool chest and the videos and the tutorials, what we can do to increase adoption. Because I feel like we've got a lot of our professionals who are out there paying for stuff that they don't need to. I think there's not enough recognition and adoption of what's provided by the brand because we've got the best stuff. I mean, they're paying for shitty stuff when they could get, can I say that? Okay. When they could get better stuff.
Yeah, so we built out, from the product side, development courses for, the tool chest is what Realty One Group, the tools that we provide to everyone, complimentary. Like you join Realty One Group, we're like, hey, let's give you these 25 tools, anywhere from your CRM to like advanced tools to help you market yourself and excel in your region. And so the development path allows you to pick the path that works for you, to say, I want to learn more about reviews and how to capitalize on that. And you can join 3-minute trainings. You can join 30-minute trainings. You can listen to pre-recorded webinars and trainings that run about an hour long and really pick the path that works for you. I'm a quick learner. I like the quick ones. And then I just kind of grasp on, and I need to start getting into the platform and playing with it. And other people really want to be walked through every single step. And I mean, Jason helps us organize that in a way that it fits everyone.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you feel like the opportunity's there for every learning style?
Yes.
Well, and I was going to ask for every agent at any point in their career. Like, let's say you have agent on day one or agent that's 45 years into their career. You have education for all of them.
Yeah, so we have development paths that are for brand new agents, more advanced agents, and top producing agents. So we have development paths all over those spectrums of learners.
And what we did, I want to go back and speak to that just a little bit, because the 7,000 is a bit overwhelming.
Yeah. Yes.
And when realtors sit down, they go, oh my goodness, I mean, I've done that where you sit down and go, I'll just do that later. And the development paths, really, we went in and chose some learning modules that are most relevant.
Yeah, because they're usually 12 to 15.
Yeah, 12 to 15 within those. So don't worry that I've got to go in there and select.
Yeah.
But if you do want to select, what's available for you to do that?
Oh, so we are, yes, thank you, Kathy. We are coming out with playlist. So we're thinking about doing it weekly or monthly just to see how much adoption it brings to One University. And the playlist will be, so for example, we just released one for the DISC. So there's the DISC assessment along with learning about the DISC and behaviors in clients and agents. We're going to have one for wellness. So yoga classes, how to stretch at work, how to do work at home. More of like, kind of like, think about the Calm app. If people know what the Calm app is, it's kind of like that.
Yes.
Yes.
That's great.
So, and another thing about with One University is that we have partnered with another learning platform, and we bring these courses in within that platform. It's called Open Sesame. They have all different types of learning. So there's like cartoons. There's like people reading stories to you. There is a step-to-step, like this is step one. This is what you need to step two. Exactly. So, yes.
I want you to speak to how an agent basically needs to put this into their weekly routine, their daily routine, because I think we need to emphasize that education needs to be part of the process.
Well, it does. And I would like to see people go in with the playlist. You can even create your own if you wanted to do that. But go in and say, okay, this month or this week, I'm going to focus on this part of the business. And just have that focus. And it doesn't have to be... it doesn't have to be an hour a day. It can be a 5-minute video.
Yeah.
The learning, the LMS is one that if you did do a 30-minute learning and you got 15 minutes into it, you could come back to it.
Right.
So we were really so fortunate that Kuba believes in education like he does, and he gave us the opportunity to partner with an LMS that's robust, just to say the least. So it's about planning. Which is a great thing for you to bring up, that it's planning, make it fit your learning style, don't make it uncomfortable. What happens with realtors a lot of times is that realtor genie wakes you up in the middle of the night and you get something on your mind. And the thing I love about on-demand learning is if you get up and you go, you know what, I can't sleep, you could do a learning track, you could do a module. And I'm not encouraging insomnia, but realtors know that our viewers know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get up and you go, gosh, how could I have done that a little bit better? And you can go in and search, and you can look at, I'm a high D, and I've really upset a high S, back to your DISC assessment. So how, as a D, do I best communicate with someone who is my opposite? So there are all kinds of things like that in there, that it's not just about the transaction, it's about communication, it's about your wellness. My Calm app rejected me, so Like they gave up. They just said, we're not trying to make her calm anymore.
She's not calm.
It's failure. So I'm glad that we've got an alternative for that. And again, I think what I was paying for my calm app, $25 a year, something like that. All these things are available as an added benefit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And also, if the users don't know, we have a One University app. Yes.
Tell me more.
Explain.
Tell me more.
So you can have your LMS on your phone. So going back to what Taylor said, like sometimes people, they learn differently. So let's just say that you have a course that is more visual and you have courses that are more listening. You can actually listen to the course in your car and or while you're working out and or while you're doing it. It's just like a podcast, just like how you're listening to this.
Right.
Instead of having the visual aspect, you can just have the listening aspect. So the One University app brings that as well. So you can download that.
Love that. Love
Yes.
that.
It has all the courses.
I love that you brought up working out because Ryan doesn't have a mic right now. But it's the same thing, right? It's all about momentum. You go to the gym and you go 3-4 times a week. You start to feel a little bit stronger. You start to have more energy. You feel better. You maybe eat better. You sleep better. It's the same thing with learning, with education. If you start adding it to your daily routine, you're going to feel more confident. You're going to start getting more business, and everything will just push. It's
100%.
And learning needs to be a part of your systems. I think realtors have checklists of how they do different things. Just add a learning line. Yeah. And if it's 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a week, any of that would work, would work beautifully. Just make sure that you schedule it in.
Because how much time do we waste? I'm just bringing up an example. Like after work, after we're working out, we go home and we
doom scroll.
Yes. We doom scroll the whole time. And we can have something listening in the background while we do that. Because most of the time, I'm not even looking at.
What's your favorite TV show?
Well, I have a lot, but Schitt's Creek.
Okay. How many times have you rewatched Schitt's Creek?
Oh, so many.
Case in point.
Jason's a big podcast
Yes.
person, though, too. You probably podcast more than you do TV, maybe?
Yes, I podcast while I work. So, and I listen to a lot of educational podcasts as well as history. And
But no, what's your favorite?
Well, it's a lot of the drag queen ones.
Okay.
Because they are really funny, and they're really funny to listen to just while I work.
No, comedy
So
podcasts are
the
underrated.
best.
They're so good.
Are the best.
Yes.
Yeah, and they get pretty dirty.
I love it.
And
can't get that dirty here.
crime scene.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I live alone, so they kind of scare me sometimes. I don't want to become a podcast one day.
Okay. You don't want to be a victim. Podcast with...
I'm titling this podcast that. I don't want to become a podcast host.
That's perfect.
Kathy, do you want to ask Jason your favorite question?
Yes. What would the person closest to you say if they were to say you were an animal? I screwed that all up. If the person closest to you were to say you were an animal, what would it be?
And why?
And why?
The person closest to me would probably be my mother. Wow, a gay guy close to his mom. Shocking. That is a great question. She says that I am manipulative, but in a good way.
Okay.
So what is a manipulative?
Yeah.
What is manipulative? Like an animal?
Cat.
Oh God, I hate cats. But I guess because cats kind of they perspire. They conspire on the side.
Yeah.
While they just let everybody live their lives, and that's kind of what I do. Not at work.
But you're strategic.
Yeah.
Jason is I love the fact that you can execute.
Yeah.
And he's very strategic. And the thing I love about working with Jason like I do is Jason thinks about consequences, and I can't spell consequence. So I'll have an idea, and Jason will go, "That's not a good idea," and he's right. And that's what you're really, really good at.
Yeah. Thank you.
Calm under pressure too, I would say, which is that's a huge quality to have.
Great critical thinking. Great.
Try.
Yeah.
It's all those calming courses at one university.
Well,
This episode's sponsored by
Jason,
Calm.
seriously, thank you so much for joining us. I think this is a very beneficial episode for our entire network. So we really, really, really appreciate
And
it.
can we just say there will be questions about the podcast?
Yeah.
So if you will email learning
Yes.
at realtyonegroup.com, we will get those and we will make sure that we answer any of your questions. So please
Yes.
email us at learning at realtyonegroup.com.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And thank
we
you, Taylor.
love you, Jason. Thank you,
you.
Taylor.
Thanks, Jason.
We
thank you for joining us today on another episode of One-on-One, a Realty ONE Group podcast. We are powered by ONE.U and ask if you have suggestions, recommendations, or questions, please email learning@realtyonegroup.com. And remember, pay close attention to the details, listen to understand, not respond, and always be a resource, not a sales pitch.